One of my biggest fears as someone with health anxiety isn't just about some hidden disease or sudden illness. It's the idea that something as simple as a fall could end up changing everything. We don't think about it when we're younger, but the truth is, falls can have really serious consequences as we get older. Even if we're not elderly yet, balance issues can creep in earlier than we expect. And if you're like me, with a brain that's constantly scanning for danger, that thought can set off a whole new set of worries. So instead of just worrying, I've decided to be proactive. That's where balance training and fall prevention come in. Now, when I first heard about balance training, I thought it was something physical therapists prescribed after an injury. I didn't realize it was something that could benefit everybody, at any age. The more I read, the more I realized how much sense it makes. Balance is a foundation for movement. If your balance is off, everything feels less stable. Walking, standing, even bending down to pick something up. And when things feel unstable, guess what? That fuels anxiety. I know for me, if I feel a little dizzy or off balance, my mind instantly goes to worst-case scenarios. Brain tumor, inner ear disease, multiple sclerosis, you name it. But what if instead of panicking, I could train my body to be more stable and resilient, so those little wobbles didn't feel so threatening? And I'll tell you, balance training isn't complicated. It doesn't mean hours in the gym or expensive equipment. It can be as simple as standing on one foot while you brush your teeth, or practicing walking heel to toe like you're on a balance beam. These small exercises force your body to engage all those little stabilizing muscles we don't usually think about. And the more you practice, the more confident you feel in your ability to control your movements. Confidence is the key word here, because confidence directly fights anxiety. I've spent years doubting every sensation, every twitch, every off-balance moment. But when I consistently do balance training, I notice something powerful. Those little wobbles that used to scare me don't feel as scary anymore. Instead of spiraling into "what disease is this?" I can remind myself, no, I've been training my balance, and my body knows what to do. It's not that the anxiety completely disappears, but it has a lot less to hold on to. Another thing I've noticed is how balance training ties directly into strength, posture, and even brain health. When you practice balance, you're not just standing still, you're engaging your core, your legs, and your mind. It actually sharpens your focus because you have to pay attention to what your body is doing. That mindfulness element helps quiet racing thoughts. I'll catch myself fully focused on keeping steady, and for those moments, I'm not worrying about some future illness. I'm just present, breathing, and balanced. That's therapy in itself. And let's not overlook the obvious. Falls are a real risk as we age. The statistics on hip fractures and long-term recovery are sobering. One bad fall can lead to a loss of independence, and for someone with health anxiety, even knowing those statistics can send me into a spiral. But here's the thing. Training balance now is like buying insurance for later. Every bit of stability I build today reduces my risk tomorrow. That knowledge makes me feel like I'm taking control rather than just waiting for something bad to happen. There are so many practical exercises anyone can do. For instance, standing on one foot for 30 seconds, then switching sides. Or you can practice shifting your weight from side to side slowly, almost like you're dancing in slow motion. Tai Chi is also fantastic for balance. It combines movement, mindfulness, and stability. Even yoga poses like tree pose or warrior poses challenge your balance while building strength. I don't have to do them perfectly. The point is to keep practicing. One exercise I really like is stepping over imaginary obstacles. I'll walk around the room lifting my knees higher than usual, pretending there's something to step over. That motion not only improves balance but also strengthens the muscles I'd need to catch myself if I did trip. It builds a kind of reflex that makes me feel more secure in my daily life. And again, security in my body translates to less anxiety in my mind. The other benefit I didn't expect is how balance training has improved my posture. I've had years of poor posture from hunching at desks and staring at screens, and that created its own set of problems. Back pain, shoulder stiffness, and yes, even more anxiety about what that pain meant. But balance training forces me to engage my core and stand tall. Over time, I've noticed less tension in my back and shoulders. And when my body feels more open and strong, I feel more positive overall. What I love most is that these habits stack. I already do things like walk regularly, stretch, and take supplements for my health. Balance training fits right in. It doesn't take long, just a few minutes a day, but it amplifies everything else I do. Better balance makes walking more effective, stretching more beneficial, and even reduces the chance of straining something. It all works together. For someone with health anxiety, the greatest gift is reducing uncertainty. I hate feeling like my body is fragile or unpredictable. Balance training helps me rebuild trust in my body and gives me a sense of control. I may not be able to control everything about my health, but I can absolutely control how much time I spend practicing stability. That reframes the whole anxiety cycle, from fear to empowerment. And here's the bigger picture. When I take care of my balance, I'm not just preventing falls. I'm also taking care of my independence, my mobility, my confidence, and even my mental clarity. All of that adds up to overall health. And the healthier I feel, the less room anxiety has to dominate my thoughts. That's the whole mission of this channel, finding small, realistic things I can do that make me feel safer and calmer in my body. Balance training is a perfect example. So if you've ever felt that sudden fear when you stumble or wobble, if you've ever worried about what it means when you feel a little unsteady, I want you to know there's something you can do. Start small, practice daily, and remind yourself that every moment of balance training is building not just physical strength, but also mental peace. It's an investment in your future self, and it's one more tool we can use to quiet health anxiety and live with a little more confidence.